Char Margolis, Char Communications Incorporated, and CharVision LLC do not endorse or offer for any purpose but entertainment the views of any guest or other expert on CharVision or UBN.
I knew things before they happened from the time I was a child. At the age of 8, I saw a spirit at the foot of my bed and didn't know what it was. And in my 20s, I finally realized I had a special ability that could help others. I have learned that love never dies. There is a spirit world that can communicate with us, and we all have the gift of intuition. Join me, and together we will explore the possibilities of the unknown from beyond and more. This is CharVision. Hi, everybody. This is Char and Sunny, and we have another show today, and it's an exciting show. And have you ever heard of starseed souls? Well, I have somebody here who is an expert about starseed souls. And the one thing I love about CharVision and being able to do this is that I learn so much when I'm interviewing people, because there's just so much in the world that we all need. You know, we never stop learning. If you ever go to anybody who thinks that they know it all, turn around, because nobody knows everything. So today I have Susann Taylor Shier. Is that how I pronounce the last name? Thank you so much for being here. What town are you in? Where are you?
I'm in Santa Monica, California.
Oh, you are. You're right.
Totally down the road.
Well, there you go. You know, yeah. This is like totally off the subject, but I was in Palm Springs 2 days ago and I felt an earthquake. Did you guys feel that here?
No.
No, you didn't feel it then.
I slept through it. They don't wake me up.
Oh. Well, yeah, it was 6:30 in the morning.
So I'm not even.
It was 6:30 in the morning, but my goodness, you are a gifted international best-selling author, speaker, intuitive, channel spiritual counselor. You do so many things, and you also know about the Akashic Records, but I know I don't get to talk about that today with you, but I'd love to one day. Okay. And your book is Soul Mastery, Accessing the Gifts of Your Soul, and Soul Radiance, and you're a master at intuition and intuitive connection. So, you have a BA in psychology. My goodness.
You think I've been around the block a little bit.
My goodness, you do so many.
Hair, you see.
You are so seasoned. And okay, so you were registered with the Colorado Department of Regulatory Agencies as a psychotherapist. What did you do there?
Well, I was an alternative psychotherapist always. I've always worked with the Akashic Records. You are going to get to hear about the Akashic Records. This is your lucky day.
Oh, I'm excited because I also, and what is an avatar master?
Oh, good gracious. There's so many things. As you know, we keep learning. Avatar is an incredible spiritual course it's been around for years, talking about the fact that we create our own reality. So it was one of the original people that talked about that. So that's what it helps you with. Yeah.
I do believe that. And so who are starseed souls? How do we know if our mother, father, sister, brother, or star's dog?
Right.
Our starseed soul.
You definitely are.
Who Sunny is?
Sunny is, of course.
Oh, yay. Sunny, starseed soul, honey.
And so is Char. So are you, Char.
Oh, I am?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
What is that? What am I?
So
what is a starseed soul?
The Akashic Records, because you can't not. The Akashic Records are the records of all knowledge,
right?
All soul for all time.
Okay.
So if you're talking about starseed souls, that's within someone's Akashic Records.
Okay.
So I look up what people's Akashic Records are, and the biggest piece that I do that is unique is that I look up where people have come from before coming here. Those are different planets and star systems. Okay? So to be a star-seeded soul means you have come from other worlds before coming here, which is a heck of a lot more people than you would realize. Most people that are on a so-called spiritual path are so because they know there's something bigger, right?
Right.
And it's because in their soul memory bank, in their heart, in their depth of place, they go, well, this isn't just my home. I know I came from other places. I know I'm much bigger than this world, and I took on a human incarnation, or a few of them. But my soul was seated someplace else.
Okay,
So
so
that's what star-seated soul relates to, is the fact that you've been other places much more. Than on
like
planet.
including other planets
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Uh-huh.
and including other dimensions.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
Whoa,
Yeah.
you're heavy. I mean,
Well,
you're not
no,
fat.
actually.
You're not fat. You're just
No, it's not. It's just, it's mind-blowing. But anyone who's listening to this who knows that they live in an expanded space, they're, often called ADD, spacey, not here, not grounded, that kind of thing. It's not a bad thing. It means you're much more expanded than living here. And it's much more fun to be expanded. Otherwise, you're just sitting in your brain all day, which is boring. You get to expand and feel like there's this huge presence that's with you all the time.
Can you tell me what's going on between aliens and humans at this point in history?
Well, it depends on your definition of aliens. See, I don't believe that there's a lot of bad guys out there, so to speak. Is that what you mean by aliens? The bad guys or the good guys?
No, I'm talking about UFO people.
Oh, the UFO. They're our friends. Okay. So imagine that we're from other worlds before we came here, and we have connection to those other worlds.
Okay.
And the UFOs are the ways to bring the presence of beings from these other worlds here to connect, to start to make more of the expanded nature of creation here. It's like a crop circle. A crop circle, like a pyramid, is a sacred site, and it holds an energy that's phenomenal.
Right.
So where did it come from? Well, there really is a beingness, a very friendly beingness. We wouldn't be here without it. It is continually benevolently bringing us energies from the other dimensions to keep us alive, basically, because we keep trying to kill ourselves.
And what are these other dimensions? Like, can you give us examples of other dimensions?
Sure. I don't like to talk like third, fourth, fifth dimension, because that's like mental and weird. But these other dimensions are the fact that there's a universe out there that we exist in, and there are star systems and planets that we've come from that actually have beingness of souls living on them, in essence, feeding us all the time. It was the original idea to have godparents, right? Where you have parents that are supposed to represent God to you. Well, the beings out there represent divinity, love, creation, universal power, and they're holding that for us. So that's all this benevolent essence that's always available to us. And when we're intuitive, psychic, whatever that is, there's a feeling that you're bringing in that consciousness, that wisdom, that love, that bliss that they hold.
So there's information being given to us from these other dimensions all the time, and is it the same as spirit guides or guardian angels?
It's bigger, but it is the same. It really is. It's I wouldn't say it's necessarily a hierarchy, but spirit guides are sort of our buddies here on planet Earth. But we've got much more, legions of beings and angels.
Okay.
And
how do you know if they're good or bad? Because everything, where there's positive, there's negative. Where there's good, there's evil. Where there's happy, there's sad. Everything runs like a battery, positive, negative charge. How do we know?
That's the false thing of polarity that we've developed in this world that we're trying to actually get rid of. But because really it was designed just to be light. But this polarity relates to the fact that if you check with your heart, I always say that the soul exists dominantly in the heart. So when I teach people intuition and I teach people how to get in touch with the worlds that they've come from so they can experience the love more deeply or whatever the qualities are, if you bring it into your heart, say for instance you get a message that, and it's usually not bad messages like, so-and-so's going to die tomorrow. Usually the messages are turn right, take that job, don't eat that ice cream, whatever it is. If you bring that message into your heart, and your heart expands, you go, that's good stuff. That's good news.
Okay.
If it goes, eeks, then you know it's bad juju.
Okay, so we have like our own detector inside of us to know what's good and what's not good.
Correct. Thank goodness. Yeah.
All right, and
Built
so Because, and that's also has to do with our gut and our intuition.
Correct. Correct.
And the way you do it, so if you were going to walk someone through knowing if something's right or wrong or good or bad,
right?
How would you do that? Like you're given a bit of information that says, you know, go meet that person.
Right. Perfect example. So you're going to learn where that voice comes from. To trust the voice that, say, comes from the left-hand side of your head is something you can trust. The right-hand side or the back or from, you know, way over yonder is the voice of your mom or dad. You start to learn that your mental voice goes wah, 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 and this voice just kind of floats in.
But does everybody have it like that? Because I know sometimes I get things like right here.
No, everyone has it uniquely, their way of doing it. So when I teach people, I say, find out for yourself. Let yourself bring the mental voices in.
Mm-hmm.
Let yourself bring that. You go meet that person in and feel the difference, and you go, I'm going to remember that.
Right, because it
and
feels
then you bring
right.
it into your heart for the final chapter of knowing. Mm-hmm.
Right. Okay, so the final chapter of knowing.
Then you know if it holds well in your heart, if your gut says, go meet that person, and your gut goes, then it's like, good, I'm going to meet that person. If everything in you and that voice comes from this side, say, for instance, go meet that person, and your heart goes, ooh, and your belly goes, then you go, I'm not listening to that.
What if it says, go meet that person, but this is unfinished business from a past life that needs to be finished?
Then it will be good because it's following something through.
Well, it's only good if everybody does their job and works at it. Not everybody is a team player in life.
True. That's why you have to listen to your heart connected to your soul.
And you do the best you can. But what if, you know that you're supposed to be there, but they're being abusive or they're not helping?
You listen to your heart in that moment. You go, hold it. This is not okay. Mm-hmm. This is not okay. I know I'm supposed to meet you, but maybe it's so you can say, this is not okay. It's time for me to stop just going, wherever I go, it's always love and light. No, it's not love and light here at all.
Right.
And you learn that in that moment. You go, I got the lesson, or whatever it is. Mm-hmm.
So you work with vibrational energy all the time.
Yes.
So why is it so important for Earth's vibrational energy to come up right now?
Well, we won't have a planet much longer if it doesn't. But I don't believe...
Now that's profound.
Yeah.
Like we're destroying the planet.
Right. But we're also at the same time, you talked about UFOs and starseeds. The people that are starseeds, the people that know that the UFO energy is great and they welcome it and they're studying it, crop circles, all this extrasensory perception of things coming in is helping to raise the vibration. So our willingness to bring in the dimensionality from these other worlds helps raise the vibration, because then we're coming from a more expanded place that looks at the world differently and says, wait a minute, gun control, got to do something here. This is not okay. Whereas 5 years ago, we'd go, well, there's nothing you can do about it. The government's got us by the you-know-what. And now we're going, excuse me? No, I feel like the force is with me, and I need to make a stance here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And in your intuition and your gut feeling, how are we doing down here?
We're doing very well. Remember, it doesn't...
You should see the look Elisa just gave me.
What?
She looked like buckwheat and a little rascal. What?
You can't judge by outer appearance. That is key.
Oh, boy, I just really aged myself comparing it to buckwheat and a little rascal.
I love that.
Anyway, so, okay, but we're doing well?
They're my favorite people. We're doing well. You can, the more havoc you see coming up, even though we see things like ISIS, remember, ISIS is misuse of power, and we're seeing it, and people are actually, like that man in Paris was saying, I will not let you bring forth hate in me. I mean, that went viral. We're starting to go, wait a minute. These guys are silly. okay? Even though a lot of people are still afraid.
They're evil. Evil's not silly.
No, they're powerless, actually. They are not evil. They are powerless. They're looking for power. They have to kill people to have a sense of power. We have to give them less power. Every time they do something and we go, we give them power and they go, oh, goody. Okay? So if we go, oh, that's silly, then they'll go, oh, well, this isn't getting us anywhere. Let's go off and do something else.
Well, what you're saying is don't give them energy.
Don't give them energy, like the man in Paris said.
Don't give them energy, and then they won't have any power because no one and nothing has power over you unless you give it to them.
Exactly. And they're only looking for attention and power because underneath they are lost souls, not evil. They are lost souls and powerless, and they need other people to make them.
But are you saying when they're blowing up a bunch of kids in a a band, a group of people out on the town to sing a concert and they blow them up, that's not evil? I think it's evil.
It's pathetic misuse of power. The only way, it's like kids that bully. It's the same thing as just massive bullying. We need attention. We are
okay. So massive bullying. Do you think Donald Trump is a bully?
Yeah. He embodies the bully thing, and everyone loves that because everyone that feels powerless in the United States and wants to give their power to someone else that can go bam, 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 they go, good, bam for us because we don't know how to. We don't know how to make a difference, so you do the punching bag for us. Yeah, exactly. So we just have to laugh at it. We just have to laugh at it, and it will go away, believe it or not. Okay? Now, do we have to do something about gun control? Do we have to say to them, to their face, that's enough? Absolutely. But not from a place of vengeance and hate. We just say, like we do to a child in the playground who's been bullying, that's it, you don't get to go to school.
Right.
We hold authority of light. I know it sounds Pollyanna-ish if you're
It does, but I also understand your theory about don't give power to things, and then they won't have it if you don't give it to them, then they can't have it.
That's right.
Okay, so how likely are we to see overt human-alien interaction in the next few years?
And you're talking about the good stuff. We're going to see. Well, it's happening all the time. It's just not in the media because the media clamps it down. So UFOs are coming and talking to people, and are there
UFO beings that are starseed souls?
Yes, but we're starseed souls too. You are, I am. We're starseed souls. So it's not just the disembodied souls that are starseed souls.
Okay, but an alien, like a UFO person, can be a starseed soul as well.
Absolutely. And we will feel like, oh, that's my people. Those are my peeps. That's my home.
Tell me something. Yeah. Give me an example of someone who is not a starseed soul.
Most of the planet. Not the people you would talk to, but most of the people are not. Okay? Again, if you're on a spiritual journey,
are there any politicians that are starseed souls?
Barack Obama is a starseed soul.
He is?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Why?
Because I know from looking at his Akashic records that he has come from other worlds and he has a very specific mission to make a difference in this world. Has he done that? Yes. Has he been held back from doing it because people don't want the starseed energy to come in? They want the old boys club to remain? Absolutely. So you can be sure that if it looks like they're not doing their job, it's not that they aren't doing their job, it's because they're being resisted, and there's a little more of a push-pull when you're trying to bring something larger in, for sure.
Okay, so Barack Obama is a starseed soul. So when you watch TV, and you just I'm sure you go, oh, that's a starseed soul. Are there any famous people, when you watch TV, you go, oh, that's a starseed soul?
Oh, sure. I wrote a book called Soul Mastery.
Okay.
Okay, and it talks about the worlds that we've come from before coming here to help people identify where they're from so they can see that's the world I come from as a starseed. I also have with every planet a list of well-known people that come from those planets.
Wow.
And they're starseeds. Absolutely, it's really fun. Everyone from Sting to Oprah to Nelson Mandela.
Okay, wait. They are starseed sold? Oprah is?
Oprah, of course. She's on a mission.
What about Gail?
Gail?
Her girlfriend.
Yes, but not in the same way. Not in the same way at all. It's a different kind of category. We want that's a little that's got a little more complexity.
What about the man? What's his name? Stedman.
Stedman, absolutely.
Okay.
His quiet way.
Okay.
See, he brings it in a very masculine, quiet way.
Okay. Now Nelson Mandela.
Absolutely. Tons of them. There's a lot of sports figures that are starseeds.
Like who?
Peyton Manning, Eli Manning, Archie Manning, Tom Brady, believe it or not.
I believe it. I mean, I don't know these people, so I can't really judge if they are or they aren't. And then what about past famous people like Elvis?
Absolutely.
What about Abraham Lincoln?
Yeah, go ahead.
Abraham Lincoln?
Marilyn Monroe, Madonna, yeah. They came to make a difference here. They came to bring a vibration, which
that makes sense.
Way. Yeah, Michael Jackson, absolutely. Did he have a difficult time because people couldn't handle how genius he was? Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
So people think you're nuts if you're here on a mission sometimes, because also if you don't act like the public wants you to act.
That's correct.
Well, what about Donald Trump? What's he?
He's not a starseed.
No. He's not. What about Hillary?
Yes, but there's a mixture there too. So you can be a starseed, but it doesn't mean you use those gifts well. A lot of people are starseeds and they don't use the gifts well, and so they become very earth-bound often. It can become a mixture. Okay?
Right. Well, what about somebody like Hitler?
He's the opposite of a starseed.
What is that called?
Yeah. Well, he came from a world called Eta Draco.
Okay.
And some people refer to people like him as draconian, reptilian. Some people that are listening will know what I'm talking about.
Right.
And they are the few that I would call not, they're still lost souls. I'm not going to give them any more power, but they are really, and Isis is the same kind of.
What about the Bushes? The Bushes.
Correct. Yeah, same.
They're reptilian, aren't
Adolf
they?
Hitler. Yeah.
They're reptilian.
They're called shapeshifters because, say, for instance, the Bushes look identical, correct?
Let's not beat around the bush.
Yeah. They shape-shifted themselves to look like the good guys.
Right.
They're not. So these people fool people. Adolf Hitler fooled a lot of people. Yeah.
Yeah, because, right. Whoa.
That's how they get their power.
This is like really fascinating. Who am I missing?
Well, ask about the worlds that people come from.
Oh, John wants to know about the worlds that other people come from.
Oh, sure. Okay. So many people have heard about Pleiades and Sirius, but there are many more than that. There's Mintaka, which is the third star up in Orion's belt. There's Hadar, that's part of Beta Centauri. There's Alpha Centauri. There's people that exist in parallel universes, if you really want to get out there. Polaris.
Oh, wait, John says he's
a parallel.
Yeah.
What, you're from a parallel universe or you're living in them?
She'll explain because it's
both.
Could you please show up and just do my show when you have to? Or are you going to be like somewhere else in another universe?
Yeah, exactly.
He's our engineer.
I know.
And we love John. Anyway, so explain it, please.
Okay. If you're existing in parallel universes, if you're from parallel universes, you're still existing in them right now. People who are ADD, autistic, many people our age who feel like they're called spacey, ungrounded, all of that, are often from parallel existences. Now, Deepak Chopra, Eckhart Tolle, tons of famous people are from parallel universes. Steve Jobs.
Wait. Is Deepak Chopra a star person?
Well, starseed, absolutely. If you're from parallel universes, that's starseed.
Okay.
Definitely.
Okay.
Of the best, biggest kind. But Steve Jobs and Mark Zuckerberg of Facebook, they're parallels as well. Where do you think they get these ideas?
Like genius ideas out of the universe.
Ideas out of the blue.
Out of the blue.
From another universe, downloading a way for us to get more connected here, you see.
Right.
Yeah, it's brilliant. But they couldn't come up with that.
Now, was your mother and father a starseed soul as well?
My mother and father?
Yes.
Yes. Were they conscious of it? No.
What about your siblings? Do you have siblings?
Yes.
And they're not?
Yes, they are somewhat. But again, you can be from a starseed and be very unconscious about it. Okay? Wow. So you can, you just have covered it over to such a degree, and you don't want to be conscious because you're afraid you're going to get hurt, like a witch hunt again or something. So you just cover it over and go, I'm not that person, really.
Right.
Yeah. So,
Wow.
But there's a lot more starseeds than will claim that they are starseeds.
Right. Mm-hmm. Why is that?
Because they're afraid of being too, shiny. It's like if you show up, Jesus got crucified, Joan of Arc, all the witch hunt people.
That makes sense because I understand not wanting to be in the limelight. I understand that because no matter what, someone's going to come after you.
That's the feeling.
No matter, no good deed goes unpunished.
And yet, I'm in the limelight all the time, and I know that I have to push through that sense that, something bad's going to happen. Whatever it is, it's like, no, it's the opposite.
Right.
Okay? It's just the opposite. Somebody like, anybody that is of greatness had to push through some of that because they knew they were on a mission and it didn't matter. If they got rotten tomatoes thrown at them, oh well, they're going to keep going.
Okay, so where do you think like Bin Laden is right now?
Wait, he was
he
die? Wasn't he killed? Bin Laden?
Where do you think he is though?
Oh, like the heaven and hell thing?
Yeah.
Oh. He's off. He's secluded somewhere in this place where they're not. See, a lot of people that cross over these days are assisting the world. Okay, so all these people that have died by attacks, by shootings, all of that, many of them are on the other side assisting us as starseed beings. But he's off someplace else, and he's not allowed to get anywhere near this world.
I have one more last question.
Sure.
Can a reptilian or one of those bad guys grow into and shift into a star person?
They can. They don't usually choose to because they got so much power, so to speak. It was false power out of the other way.
Right.
They don't want to shift. And
so when they die, where do they go?
Well, it's like Bin Laden, he's one of them. They go off into this holding tank, and they get fed by this place. But more and more, these people are not allowed to come here. So that's why I say things are way better. It looks like ISIS got this big hold on us and all of that. It's a few people.
Yeah, but they only have a hold of us if we give them the power.
Exactly. A few people in the world have us.
Right.
Consciousness.
But
the world is doing much more.
A terrorist is someone who makes you live in fear, who wants you to live in fear. And so part of the terror is being terrified and fearful.
But you have to already be living in fear to have that happen.
That makes sense.
And go, oh, silly. That's so silly because I'm not living in fear.
That makes good sense.
So they just attract the people that are already feeling the fear.
Susan, how can people get a hold of you or read your books? Where do we go? What do we do?
Okay, soulmastery.net. SOULMASTERY.net.
Okay.
And Google Susann Taylor Shier, and that's where all the books are, and that's where all the fun information is.
And do you do counseling as well?
I do. I do sessions, I do classes, I do courses,
Okay.
retreats, you name it.
Okay, well, I so appreciate you being here. Thank you. It was fascinating.
It is fascinating. It's great to be alive, and thank you so much for what you're doing so we can talk about these things.
My pleasure. Be well. Have a happy, healthy New Year.
Thank you. You too.
Okay, everybody, don't go away. I'm not going to tell you what we're going to do. Just don't go away. Hey, everybody. You probably think I only do individual readings, but sometimes I get a message for everybody. And I wrote a poem that was channeled through me, and I'd like to read it to you. It's called Until We Meet Again by Char Margolis, a message from heaven. My work is done, it's time to leave. Know that I am also missing you as you grieve. I completed my karma on the earth, and now it is time for my rebirth. I'm flying with eagles and dancing on stars. Please know that I haven't gone far. The love we have will carry us through until the day I am again with you. What an amazing journey this passing over can be. I am in good company. I know you hurt, but please trust me. Our journey together is for eternity. So until the day our souls reunite, stay peaceful and well, and use your spirit sight. I will bring you signs from up above, a butterfly, a bird, my sign of love. Don't worry about me. I'm in good hands. Stay strong, stay positive, and continue to pray. When it is your natural day to graduate from the earth, look for me in the bright white light. We have completed our purpose, and all will be right. This is handmade. It's signed by me. It's an affordable gift for any occasion. Just go to char.net and click on store. Thank you. He likes you. Hi, everybody. Well, I've lost my dog to Maryem Faresh. Sonny is being loving and has a little crush on her. And did he give you kisses yet? Put your nose down. He'll give you kisses. There you go.
Okay,
loving.
French. Okay, French. All right.
Okay, see?
My teeth are clean. Thank you. I don't. Even when my dogs go for my teeth, I'm like, all right, that's even a little much for me.
Oh well,
but that's all right.
He thinks it's okay.
That's fine. It can be okay.
Anyway, so thanks for being here.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
And I know you have a show here now.
We do, The Psychic and the Trainer.
How fun!
How's
it going?
Fun. Very good. It's myself as the psychic, and then Cora, who's a dog trainer. And so what happens is I read the pet psychically, and then Cora gives the logical advice on how to apply.
Well, you were so accurate about Sonny when you were on my show. You were one of my first interviews.
Oh,
and so I was a little bit of a rookie then. Not that I'm that much of an expert now, but you were really fun to interview. And you were so right about him gathering the energy, and he does that.
Oh, good.
Wherever
no
we
kidding.
are. Yeah, you're very accurate about it.
Thanks.
You can see he loves you. Like, he's just, like, doesn't want to leave your side right now. So, can they see?
Oh, yeah.
That's so good. Okay. So, but today we're going to talk about, let's talk about meditation, but I have a question later about animals.
Sure.
Okay. So, tell us why meditation is such an effective tool, because it is.
It is. You know, I've been practicing meditation my whole life because, as you know, being born psychic, you're continually trying to find balance in so many levels. But I didn't really preach it or come to a place of understanding until the last couple years. And it was really when I started teaching it. And for me, realizing why you're meditating is so important, because people hear that it's good for you or hear that I'm supposed to do it or it relieves stress, but why really are you doing it? And that was, that's what I found out, because all my life I was doing it to find quote unquote balance psychically and spiritually.
Right.
And then I realized I just needed to find balance as a human. I was losing my mind, just mentally I couldn't find my own personal balance.
I understand that. Do you use chakras when you do this?
Yeah.
You balance your okay. So tell us about how you do what you do.
So the class is called More Than Meditation, and it's in Studio City at Lotus Kitty Yoga. And
can people come?
Yeah,
To your class?
Yes.
And how do they do that?
So it's Studio City. Go to Lotus Kitty Yoga, and first class is free.
Oh.
And any other time after that, Sundays at 12. It's 1 hour.
Is it balancing chakras or is
Yes, so
okay.
it's a guided meditation, but we do chakra work.
Okay.
And I call it More Than Meditation because I channel basically during the class, and I feel what everyone in the room in that moment needs, and then we work on specific chakras. So we don't necessarily open all the chakras.
Right.
It depends on what we need, what as a group what we need. So for example, last Sunday it was just the heart and I always have to count 1, 2, third chakra, working on self-esteem and knowing the self, and we really just focused on those two because the group, and of course afterwards.
That's a hard one, the self-esteem. That's the yellow one.
Yes, it is, and so I love teaching it because I'm always fascinated on what's going to come through, and and after class, of course, everyone's like, "Oh my God, that's exactly what I was working." So I always
you're guided to know of the energy in the room.
Yeah.
Of how to fine-tune to make it harmonize.
Specific, for them.
Wow.
So I really love doing that work. And I get so much out of it.
Is it also exercises or no? It's not like, or is it yoga or it's just like meditation?
So I actually open the class with stretches because I really believe that you have to open up the physical body first. Like even for me, no matter how early in the morning I meditate, I first stretch because the body has to be open and prepared, right?
Right.
So it never felt right for me to just plop down. You open it up first. So we do about a 10-minute opening up of the physical body, and then a relaxation, and then we go into the guided meditation.
That's really fun.
Yeah, I love it.
And so, can they go to your website as well? What's your website?
Sure. They can just, I have so many. Let me think. MaryemFaresh.com or LotusKitty.com.
Okay. And why is learning how to meditate more important than ever now in this crazy world?
So the easy version would be, I think, I'll give the physical example is that we live in a society where so much is expected. I always use the example of mothers. Women are now expected to have babies and have full-time jobs, whereas, men are expected to just have a job, right? Well, women are expected to do both and manage both, and then on top of that, take care of themselves. And so you have your family, your job, and the self. And that's but all of us have some aspect of that in our lives now where we have multiple jobs. We have a business online. We have a day job. And so people are just inundated with they should be doing more. They should be doing more, having more. And so you can even see as I talk about it, you get so worked up.
It's stressful.
It's stressful. And we forget
ourselves. We get lost, right? We lose ourselves.
And what's interesting is I see so many people posting, well, right now it's all about me and I need to take care of me. But no one really, for them that means I'm going shopping or I'm going to the spa. And don't get me wrong, I do the same thing, but there's no replacement for meditation. Like people say, oh, well, jogging for me is. No, you need to do physical exercise. You need to run and you need to meditate. They're separate. It's two separate experiences. I wouldn't tell you, if you needed to lose weight, I wouldn't tell you to go meditate. Right. And if you needed to reduce stress or even heal the physical, I wouldn't say, go run around the block. Meditate. They're two separate but very important aspects.
And I would think that the meditation would keep our blood pressure down and
absolutely.
Give us peace of mind and help us to feel more balanced and
it does, but what happens is we're so used to feeling high-strung that when you actually feel at peace, it's scary and uncomfortable because it's new and different. Right. It's like using the example of when you're getting married, right? It's fun and exciting, it's all these things, but it's stressful. And just because it's fun and exciting doesn't mean that it's not strain on the body.
Right.
So, you know, the
Right.
same.
Just because something's fun, it doesn't mean that it's healthy for you.
My mom taught me that at such a young age. I don't remember what I was going through, but she said, just because you're going through something good doesn't mean it's not stressful on you, because you're going through change.
You have a wise mom.
I hope she's listening. I wouldn't be here today without my mom.
Aww.
She has saved me through so much.
You're a chip off the old block, right?
I hope so. If I could be half as wise as her, I hope so. But
wow.
I'm a little nuttier than she is. She's more grounded.
Well, that's okay. That's okay. Well, you need to be a little nutty to be able to share everything you do. Sonny's going to kiss you. It's so
fine.
cute.
It's going to turn into a weird show. This is taking a weird turn.
You know what? I'm not going to ask you the question I wanted to ask you because we don't have enough time. But would you please come back and be my guest, and we can talk about, I want to talk about animals and how we know how they feel and how can they express themselves. So can we do that another time?
Of course.
Because I would love to. I know when you were on before, people were really fascinated about your knowledge with the animals, and the meditation thing is so important. You know, my sister was just here visiting, and she does yoga every single morning.
Wow.
And she had me do it with her, and you know what? It just was like so good.
Yeah.
And it really does balance us. And we wake up in the morning and we go get our coffee and we don't think about our mind, body, and spirit sometimes.
No, very rarely.
But thank you so much for,
thanks for having
making us aware, because just the fact that you're making us aware of it can help us acknowledge it and accept it and do something about it.
Right. I hope so.
Yeah, because you're putting that thought there so that we can grasp onto it and help ourselves, because God helps those who help themselves, right?
Right.
Well, thank you for being
Thank
here.
you very much.
You're just so sweet.
Thank you.
I think Sonny's going to go home with you.
Right, see you later.
Please don't go away. I have a reading I want to share with you. Hi, everybody. It's Char and Sonny, and we're in Burbank. And I'm going to be doing Man on the Street readings. I love doing Man on the Street readings because there's no way I could know anybody or anything about anybody that I'm going to be talking to. So let's see what we can do. Hello. Okay. Full disclosure, we worked together. She worked on Psychic at Large. So but I've never read for you, right?
No, you haven't.
Okay. So it's like, just so everybody knows, like, I always like to say the truth and what I know and what I don't know, but I do know, well, I'm not going to talk about it, but she had a sad thing happen. It was heartbreaking. But we're not going to talk about that. We're going to talk about what, I haven't seen you in how many years?
It has to be like 3, 4 years.
Yeah, it's been quite a while. So, okay. So just be open about everybody living and deceased. Don't say any names, and if more than one person share the same name or initial, please let me know, and be open about people living and deceased. Don't just think of one person, be open of everybody, and we'll see what we can get. I see somebody who's an M or an A person. Do you have an M deceased?
Yes.
A female?
No.
Or male? Is he spelled M-A or M-A-R?
Yes.
Like Mark or Martin or Marvin? Or
Yes, Marvin.
Marvin? Who's that?
My dad.
Your dad. He's here. Wow, I was worried I wasn't going to be able to read for you. But I didn't know, because your daddy's spirit's here. Okay, I'm just going to say one thing, because I know you lost your dogs. It was a tragic story, but I feel like your dad has your dogs. I feel like he's taking care of them and loving them, and you know, we see our loved ones again when we get to the other side. So I know. Here's the weird thing. The weird thing is, I was thinking about you last week. It's just so strange that maybe your dad was in my head then, but he wants you to know that it's new beginnings and new things, and you know, just imagine him on an extended vacation, and do you have somebody who couldn't either had terrible arthritis or couldn't walk right, or who had a problem with walking or moving, or did you have someone in your family like this? Are they deceased? They're living. They're having a problem now?
A little bit.
Is it your mother?
Yes.
Your mother. Okay. What are you doing anything to help her? Are the doctors doing anything to help your mom?
I think they did some physical therapy with her, and she's just really careful when she goes downstairs.
Is her back bad?
Yes.
Or her neck?
Her back.
Her back. Okay. Maybe is she in physical therapy?
She is not currently.
I feel like she should do more of it. I don't think she's taking care of herself well enough. I don't think she's taking care of. She knows she's supposed to do A, B, and C, and she's not doing it. Did she fall?
She did not.
I see her slipping. She did. Are you sure she didn't slip and fall and didn't tell you?
Probably did not tell me. She won't tell me these things.
Okay, but I feel like if she got stronger, she would be better. It would be better for your mama. And your dad's saying this. Do you have a sibling?
I do.
Are you away from them?
I am.
Are they living?
They
your
are.
Sibling? But you're not close to them. Or you don't live close to them.
I don't. No.
Are they? Okay, so why is he showing me this? Are you near your mom, or they're near you? You're near your mom.
One of them is near who lives in the same city as my mother.
And they take care of your mom?
Yes, he does.
But is he an M?
He is.
Is he a Marvin as well, or M.A. or M.I.? Michael?
That's correct.
I feel like your dad is thanking Michael for watching your mom. God, I'm seeing something really weird. Did you ever spread anybody's ashes?
I have not.
Do you have ashes that you're thinking you should spread?
I do.
Okay. What your dad's saying, when you spread those ashes, it will help free you and free them. And that, but were you thinking of keeping some and making a pendant or anything?
It was a thought.
Okay, well, it doesn't matter because the spirits are in the spirit world anyway, but your dad's saying he's watching over the ashes. And I see you like, I don't know, taking them to a mountain or taking them to the water or something. One second. Okay, so maybe this is the last part of something we need to finish. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So you told me earlier you've got a new boyfriend.
I do.
Okay, so I like him. I think he's a really good guy. Yeah. Oh, she also told me they're doing a business thing together. So I have to full disclosure. So I feel like you might I feel like you're going to do business, but I feel like you might do another kind of business as well. Were you thinking of doing another kind of business besides what you're doing?
Well, I have two businesses right now.
Oh, you do?
I do.
Okay, because I feel like you need to do both of them. It's going to be a lot of hard work this next year. A lot of hard work. Come 2017, 2018, things will start opening up more. Have you ever considered are you doing anything on the internet or TV for the internet or anything like this? I feel like you're going to create your own something or commercials or something, but I feel like there's a niche you can get into to make money. And I feel like, do you know that niche yet?
I do.
Okay, because not a lot of people are doing it.
Correct.
And that's where you're going to make money. It may not be what you thought you were going to do when you grew up, but this is going to be a great opportunity for you guys to bring in money, and it's a niche. It's your own little niche, but we don't want to You can tell me off camera, but I don't want anyone else to steal your idea.
Thanks.
Yeah, but it's good. It's good.
I was getting like you.
What? Oh. You don't know anyone named Effie, do you? Effie? Or Efron? Or Ellie. Who is that?
Just a casual friend.
I don't think that's it. Is there anyone that's an F? F
Besides my boyfriend, Jeff.
Oh, Jeff. F. Jeff. I didn't know his name.
I know you didn't.
Okay, Jeff. Okay. Yeah. Will he do the niche thing with you?
He will.
Okay. He's smart. But he needs to listen to you because you need to rule the roost. You know that, right?
Yeah.
You've always needed to rule the roost. And he doesn't mind, right?
No.
It's good because your ideas are intuitive, so he needs to listen to this. Does your mom have any problem with allergies or asthma?
Yes.
Does she have an inhaler?
She does not.
I feel like she needs to work on her allergies, or I don't know if she needs allergy shots, or there's something called NAET, which is desensitize you to things you're allergic to. It's energetic, but I feel like they need to watch if she gets any kind of cold or anything connected with allergies, to watch that so she doesn't get pneumonia. What, Sonny? Who is that? Sonny just saw a dog. Uh-oh. But I feel like you can count on Michael to help her. Okay, I think I'm done, unless you have other questions.
I do not. That was amazing.
Really?
Seriously.
Thank you.
Seriously.
I'm just so happy I got
I
to
can't
see
believe
you.
it.
We've never done this.
I know.
Thank
Oh my
you.
God, I'm so
Oh, I love seeing you. I'm so excited. I want to hear what that thing is.
Hello. So I just had a reading with Char, and I've known Char, but I've never had a reading with her, and it was unbelievable. I mean, from the minute that she started, she knew. Like, the first thing I wanted to talk about, because my dad just passed away about a month ago. He just passed away, so I've been wanting to hear something from him, and so for her to start with my father was amazing. And I don't know, it just made me feel better to know that he was here with us, because it's hard for me to know that, a lot. And of course, especially with my dogs, which I don't talk about very much, but to know that he's there and he's protecting them and they're together makes me really happy. But I mean, everything from start to finish, from going to my brother, Michael, and Michael taking care of my mother and my mother's allergies, which she has, and something that she's been still trying to deal with and trying to figure out, there was so much. There was so much, but all I know is that I'm thankful that I had this gift with Char today, and I'm just so thankful. I'm just so thankful. So thank you, Char.
Thank you for trusting me to read for you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being a part of my family. It's friends and family. Thank you for being here on CharVision, and I'm looking forward to seeing you next week, because it's going to be a really good show. Be well and take care of yourself, and listen to your intuition. Remember, intuition will take you places logic never could.